Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Speedway Stories here with your boy Wally and Johnny Balls. Tonight we got a special guest here, one of my good buddies, Brad Talbott. I kind of been pestering him all last summer and everything to come up on the show, talk some motorsports and rough truck racing. Um, Let me go ahead and bring Brad up here on the stage. Evening, Brad. Thank you for coming up on
Evening.
the show tonight, man. I really appreciate it. You willing to share uh, your passion
Oh
for the
yeah.
sport and everything, motorsports and stuff. If you want to go ahead and give everybody a little bit of rundown on you, and we'll get into this and we'll have a good time, man. Like I
All
said,
right.
thank you again for coming up here. So,
Yep, you're welcome. My name is Brad Talbott. I started racing tough trucks in 2005, so it's been about 21 years. I run the bustin loose trucks. The main one is the Bronco that I've had for almost 17 years now. And then I got modified that I bought off of Dale Denal a couple years ago and put the motor and everything out of the Bronco in it and been driving it. So,
and the other motorsports, actually, when I originally met Brad, we were doing demolition derby together. That's when I first met you. That's
yeah.
how I first originally met you, and then of course you were still running the Bronco and stuff, rough truck. But yeah, me and you when we first met was back when I was still doing demolition derbies and everything when we were all running out of Buckeye Edition with J.R. Moreland, Jason Williams, and all those guys.
Oh, yeah. It
Nice.
just got to be a little too expensive for the Derby. So I
Oh,
decided I wanted to do something that wasn't going to take as much time or money.
speaking of
Understandable.
one of the butt heads, Jamie just jumped into Chatter's box. What's up, Jamie?
Good evening.
But yeah, dude, I mean, that's crazy, man. 21 years this year at the start of the season that you've been doing rough truck, man.
Yep.
That's a long time to be, sticking with something. Yeah, you guys get rattled around a little bit in there and everything else, but your back thanks you more than it does doing derbies and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Derbies beat you up pretty good.
I can
So,
imagine.
especially the compacts.
Oh, I
So,
unfortunately I haven't ran a compact, but I know a lot of the guys that's done that. No thanks. I see the way they feel the next day or even that night.
oh, yeah.
So, first question for you, I got this year, man. What's your goal? You want to repeat? Oh, by the way, this is our defending points champion from last year for the county fair races here in Ohio. He ended up getting it at Coshocton the last race of the year. It came down to him and Tyler Peters to get decide who got first. It was an awesome season for you guys. I mean, you had your battles all year long during the points races. But yeah, what's your goals for this year? Are you looking to repeat again? And is there any other big races that you want to try to do this year besides the local fair scene?
This year I am planning on going to Indy, doing the full jamboree over there.
Nice.
Bringing some history back. You
Oh, yeah.
taking both trucks or just one?
Still don't know yet. It
Hey,
depends. I
if
might
you
find
get,
somebody to run the Bronco. I might just take the modified. I don't know yet.
it wouldn't be Indy without the OG Bronco being there, man. Come on
Yeah,
now.
the
Oh
Bronco, I
yeah.
actually won Lima twice with it.
Yeah, yep. I
So,
remember. I remember that, man. I
yep.
seeing the videos and keeping up to date on that. Unfortunately, that time frame when the Jambos were still going on hot and heavy back in, I didn't get a chance to go to Lima due to my work schedule. But man, I gotta say, you're part of the OG group that during the Jamborees, man, put Ohio on the map hot and heavy. Even in the with the Bronco being in the SOC class, and of course Adam Ray and Jesse Parsons. God rest that man's soul. Miss that dude every day.
Yeah.
you know. But all the heavy hitters from here in Ohio, Nick Anderson, um, dude, everybody that came to a Jambo knew they had their hands full with the Ohio boys. But there was the Pennsylvania guys, and then of course Pat Winchester when he was racing. That was he was kind of Adam's kryptonite there for a little while. It's
Yeah.
a couple of the Jambos, but so you just Indy is gonna be the only one, or are you gonna try to go to over to
It
Greensburg too?
depends. I got a lot of stuff going on. I might try to make it to Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania is not too long before Knox.
Oh, that's right.
So
It
if I
is
go to
right.
Pennsylvania, I might just take the Bronco out there just to play around with it.
Heck yeah, man. Catch up with some old comrades out there if they show up, the Toy Boys.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, with those jamborees, they Lima and Indy were like Knox County's rough trucks was the Super Bowl of rough truck racing. I mean, especially for the modified guys, it was even the stock guys I seen. It was you guys were pretty competitive.
Oh
back
yeah, it
in the
was a
day.
big event.
So another question too. You plan on doing any monster truck shows again? You plan on if running Croton again if you get the invite again like last year with Tim Howard and company?
Oh, definitely.
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
doing some monster truck shows here and there. Might not be as much as I was last year or the year before, but
Right.
I definitely want to at least go to a few of them.
Heck yeah, man. Is there any future drivers coming up in the sport for you to carry on the torch for you anytime soon?
My daughter is probably going to take over the Bronco.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure if it's going to be this year or next year, but that's going to be her truck.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. That's another thing, like I've had with the other guys on here. Our community is so tight knit that a lot of it trickles down in our families that, our kids want to carry this on. Unfortunately, I've got two I got to deal with on this ordeal, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I hope it'd be cool to see her get out this year, man. I mean, even if it's just Knox, that'd be awesome. The hometown show, make the debut. I mean, if it works out that way, I mean, that'd be cool as hell.
Yep.
So with your modified, is how much of a night and day difference is it going from the Bronco over to the modified side after being so many years running the Bronco? Let everybody
Honestly, there's not a huge amount of difference between the two. I mean, it's softer landing, obviously, but it still has the gearbox on it. It still has the twin I-beam set up in the front and everything else.
Yeah.
So the biggest difference is between the Bronco has steering brakes on the front and the modified has them on the rear. So it's a little bit different on how you actually use the steering brakes in the corners.
Yeah, with you though, man, you make it because of the years of experience, man. You make it look easy. Watching you out there on the track with both of them. I mean, I forgot about the Bronco had them on the front, not the rear. I knew the mod had them because, I mean, of course, I've been over to the shop where when you had it up there and stuff was working on your power steering, and seen the layout. And plus, when Dale had it, but yeah, I mean, so basically, it's just more safety kind of features to it than what you got set up in the Bronco, pretty much cage wise and a fiberglass body, of course.
Well, cage wise and everything, I'd say it's about the same. I mean, it's got suspension. The Bronco has suspension seat. It's got a built roll cage and everything like that. The biggest issue with the Bronco was the suspension. I had the motor out of the modified in the Bronco, and we all know how that went. I mean, I flipped the thing end over end. Actually, it was 3 times I flipped that thing end over end. The first time was at Hartford about 8 years ago.
Yep. That was the cartwheel that had Hartford and everybody standing on their feet, and you kept going and finished.
Well, no, that was
Delaware's the
that one. I landed on the roof and I couldn't finish. Delaware, I flipped all the way over, went about halfway around the track, and then the transfer case and everything came out the bottom of it. And then Hartford again 3 year ago is when I finished the race.
That's right.
So
that Bronco's seen the cartwheels more than most of the modified guys out there that you watch racing.
Oh
Even,
yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but the thing with me talking with you about that, that Bronco, yeah, the way it's set up and stuff, you can drive it like a mod, but you got to know the seat time like you have in it. Like we talked to Eric Shockton about it. It's not like somebody can just jump in and go and be competitive without having good five or
Yeah,
six
you
races minimum in it. I mean, you can be competitive, but it's the comfortability for the driver. I mean, there's a certain style with that Bronco that it
yeah, you
likes to be
gotta know when
abused.
to let off. I mean,
Hmm.
you can't just hold it to the floor and expect the thing to take absolutely everything. I mean, it'll keep going. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, but the suspension bottoms out and it's pretty wore out, honestly. I
Oh,
mean, the rear shocks are bent up, the front control arms are all bent out of whack. There's nothing really straight on the Bronco, but
well,
it gets the job done.
especially after poor Kyle on that jump during the Croton Fair last year, man. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That didn't that didn't help matters none, and unfortunately Kyle ended up hurting his back in the process of it because it bottomed out. I didn't expect him to have that happen when I was watching that. That was insane
Well, I
because he
think
got
it was actually two things that did it. One, the rear suspension bottomed out, and two, at the time that he landed, it snapped the front pinion and locked up the wheels at the same time that the rear bottomed out. So
oh,
it just gave him that extra jolt, and
and it
yeah, at the
got him
same
enough.
time, if you actually watch the video, you can see the front tires lock up for a split second.
Yeah, I did watch that, especially on Peter's Outdoors. It was I seen where it was, but at the same time, it's like that was a kind of a scary situation because it kind of brought the flashbacks of when Nick Anderson bottomed out
Yeah,
his mod. Man, that was oh, dude, that was scary.
which is
But
kind of
yeah,
weird. I've been driving that thing for 17 years, and every single year I launched it off of that. I don't think there was a year that I didn't that I actually let off. And
every time it knocks Croton, and I seen you run it that thing at Morrow when it come, you were in the loud pedal going up and jumping that the way, and I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
especially off the long jumps.
yeah,
But
you
I
were
think it
always
was
in it.
just the way that jump was made. It shot him up in the air too much.
Well, that jump was extended from the summer race and the motocross race, so that was
Yeah,
part of. I found that out, so they just extended it. Plus, it didn't help the fear of that, the way that jump was set up at Croton, it was too damn close to the concrete barriers, in my personal opinion. Usually it's you got about 5 or 6 foot. Normally, every time I've ever seen Croton's track set up over on the grandstand side, you got 5 or 6 feet gap. You were lucky to maybe have 2, 3 foot gap between the concrete barriers. So when you're
yeah.
coming the last turn, some of those guys you swore they were going over the barriers instead of actually straight out. But yeah, man,
Hmm.
that Bronco, dude, it's been loyal and it's put some modified trucks on the trailer. I mean, literally, I've seen it beat some of the mod guys. I mean,
Yeah.
on the if you don't mind me asking, you give a little bit of your specs on the modified truck. You don't have to talk motor wise, but just kind of like your suspension setup, everything else you kind of run on it instead of we'll leave the motor stuff alone on that one unless you want to talk about it.
The motor, honestly, is probably one of the smallest motors out there. It's a 347 stroker motor.
All
It's a
Ford,
small
by the
motor.
way. All small block Ford, guys.
Nice.
So most of the guys, they have, 408s and stuff like that. But honestly, I don't think you really need that much power. I mean, obviously, I got the 347. It can keep up with everybody just fine, as
Oh
long as
yeah.
you can get the power to the ground. So the shocks are race runner shocks, front and rear. Uh, not quite sure what the bump stops are. They're older bump stops. Not sure where, Denal actually got those, but It's got 4-link in the rear, and it's limited to about 18 inches of travel in the rear with the straps on. If you take the straps off, you're looking at about 28 inches of travel to 30.
There's that much in the back of that?
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
even realize that with that. There was that.
So,
Wow.
Hell
Damn.
yeah.
and like I said, the front still has the original
Yep.
suspension setup, basically just modified trailing arms, and then you got the coilovers on top of that.
This truck's awesome in person. It's basically like he said. It's pulling a stock body off of the frame and everything else, and just adding a little more to it. That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
And I've seen it many a times in person. I've seen it up on the lifts, and yeah, it's a stock frame with a little bit of extra stuff added to it. It's all it is.
Yep.
So your most memorable win you've ever had running rough trucks, what would it be?
That would probably be the first time that I won the 4-wheel jamboree, which was 2017.
Was it back then? Damn, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Which actually I have. Oh, 4-wheeler magazine where they actually put my truck in the
I still,
magazine the year after I
yeah,
won. So
I still have that copy, man. I got it. I
yeah,
got
it
it
was
tucked away.
2017 because this is
Oh
2018.
yeah.
So
Nice. So yeah, that is cool to see that winning, putting basically your first big win at like a national event. I figured I was
yeah.
waiting to hear you say last year's points championship. That's what I was kind of guessing towards. I wouldn't have thought
I mean,
honestly the Jambo.
yeah, the jamboree I think is, to me, it was my first biggest win.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
So
and that's part of history, though, man. I mean,
hi.
Indeed.
you're legit part of Jamboree history because we don't have it there no more. So I mean, that's something else to do. Kind of a like Mount Vernon is. You win at Lima, it's kind of like your hometown race for the Jamboree because you're in the
Yeah.
state of Ohio and stuff.
Yep.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you now. This is everybody to know. You're knocking on the door, taking home the Super Bowl at Knox. I think
Oh,
this is
for
gonna be
real.
your year.
That is my goal for this year.
I'm tired of.
So
I love everybody else. It's time for a hometown boy to keep the win here. Keep the win here at
yeah.
home.
For
Besides
sure.
Logan, but to see somebody from Mount Vernon actually get it. Yeah, I get Knox County is everybody, but to have actually a hometown boy take it would be awesome. Yeah, you're right there. I mean,
Oh yeah.
the last 2 years since you had that truck, man, you've been knocking on their doors. This year, I got a feeling you're going to do it. Your cousin Brock, I can't wait to see the truck now that it's fixed and everything after Kashakta. Me and him's been talking. Um,
Yeah, now that he has that front end fixed, he's going to
Oh
be
yeah.
one to keep an eye on.
well,
So,
I've got it down. It's going to be come down to honestly, driver wise and truck wise. You, Dale, if especially if he gets the Hoyt truck figured out, when realizes
yeah.
he doesn't need to be in the loud pedal, and especially with the Hoyt truck.
Well, that's the
Um,
problem with that white truck. It has so much power. You actually have to learn to drive it. I've
Hmm.
drove that truck,
That's a jamboree
and
truck. It's set up for those
yeah,
big tracks. It's not short track.
you
I
can't
love
you
it though.
can't even hardly touch the throttle without it just spinning tires and going sideways. So
But yeah, you, Dale, Tyler, Cecil, man, he came out of nowhere last year.
yeah.
We were talking with him on the show last week, and I was like, buddy, I remember you pulling up at the summer race with your chop top your XJ, parked beside us and everything, and then by the time Knox County rolls around and seeing online that you bought Preston's old truck and you're out here top five the rest of the year in that thing, and it's like, dude, it caught on him, caught on quick. But you and Tyler definitely are gonna be battling again this year, man. It's gonna be fun again as always. But I
Yeah.
look forward to it. So
Yeah, I was
yeah,
waiting for Tyler to actually win point series. I mean, it kind of sucks the way that I ended up winning because of his truck shutting off in the middle of the race. If his truck wouldn't have shut off, I mean, he could have gotten probably what, sixth place and still
yeah.
beat me.
Mike,
So,
the bad part is it didn't help that for Tyler too, sitting there staging, getting hot, and it was starting to puke training fluid too.
oh
It was
yeah,
yeah, we were back. I was back there with him when everybody was going, and yeah, and too, if he would have been later in the pack like you were too, because he did say he knew he had a little bit of issues, and they thought they had it fixed. But him coming up, how they had him, Al, and Brock was up there. I mean,
yeah.
but
There was
yeah, with
quite a few of them that were right at the beginning.
yeah, and the misfortune is like you said with Tyler having the issue you had. I think you would have had to been damn flawless on your run. I mean, it was a good run and everything, but if
Yeah,
Like you said, if Tyler's truck wouldn't have shut off, it was going to be close. It really was.
yeah.
But yeah, you two are going to end up battling back and forth on that ordeal. That's going to be cool. Do you miss Derbian at all? Honestly,
To an extent, I'm getting older. I mean, the derbies beat you up a lot more.
oh yeah.
Even when I was younger, I mean, the day after the derby, it takes a toll on you.
I even back then, still being younger when I was, it took me 2 or 3 days to recover after, especially running Morrow County. Man, that was
Yeah.
harder. That was a hard hitting derby up there compared to Knox. I mean, I love Knox running the home show, but for hard hitting derbies, Morrow County was it was it rang your bell quite a bit with the guys you ran up there. So
And the thing is, I mean, derbies are not anywhere near what they used to be. I mean,
dude,
you
the
have
guys
built cars that are so strong. Most of the time, the only reason they're out is if they break a drive shaft
are their
or,
front spindles.
yeah. I mean, back then we had stock vehicles that we threw together that literally you go from like a pristine car to a mangled up piece of junk, and
Yep.
that's fun to watch.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
that and these cars now, hell, they got more money in their drivetrain that some of you guys have in your rough trucks
oh
for
yeah,
your mods. It's insane. It's like, dude, they're running alcohol, running high octane race fuel. Some of them, there's a couple I've seen, they're running M1 methanol in their motors, dude. For a derby car, that is how insane derby's gotten since me
yeah,
and Brad ran.
oh yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
So
I miss it, dude. I'll tell you, last year was the most fun I had in a long time doing anything other than going trail riding and stuff. Um, I would have continued doing rough truck and everything, but just situations happened over the past and everything. But yeah, now I'm back into it. Now I'm gonna be passing the torch down to the kids and stuff. But I forgot how fun it was to run rough truck last year when I got to drive. It was a blast.
oh yeah.
So who got you involved in motorsports? Was it just something that happened, or has it been a whole like family thing that you got involved in?
Well, growing up, there was a guy that lived by my parents named Chris Dickerson, and he ran tough trucks. And I grew up watching him and his nephew Dustin Dickerson
I
also
went to
ran.
school. I went to school with Dustin.
So um he's the main reason why I got into it. I tried to buy his truck off of him actually when I was younger, and he refused to sell it to me because he said it was too dangerous basically. But you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, don't want the
So
secrets got out, especially
yeah.
back then.
So but other than that, I mean, I was always at the fairs. I was in 4-H. I always watched since the first year they had the tough trucks. I was always sitting there watching them, and I've always wanted to do it.
I'll tell you what, going from the horse pulling track on a tight track to sliding downhill when you hit the long jump to the grandstands is, and how fast tough trucks gone throughout a lot of the fairs once it started.
Oh yeah. And that's a big issue. I mean, we're getting to the point where the trucks are getting so fast, there's not enough shutdown room.
No.
I mean, there's pretty much every race you go to, there's trucks that are getting really close to hitting the barriers after the long jump because you can't slow down enough.
And Knox is a prime example of that, man. I mean, because even if they move the jump back, it's still that landing. You guys have still got that momentum, even being on the brakes. You're still sliding.
Yeah.
And then of course you got Croton. I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, you're dealing with the ending and stuff. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, dog. It's being a nutcase. But yeah. So on your local fairs and everything else, besides Mount Vernon, what's one of your favorite fairs to run?
Track wise, I'd have to say Huron probably has one of the best tracks that I've been on.
Really? I've never been up to Norwalk for that. I need to get up there
Yeah.
this year to
I
check
mean,
that out.
obviously, we had the issue of safety. They built the track really nice, but they didn't really have the safety features up like barriers and stuff like that, which they did change it up for last year, and they did have quite a bit more barriers and everything. So made it a little bit safer for everybody.
Yeah, we unfortunately we almost lost a couple of our close friends because of somebody wanted to be a dumbass and run something that he shouldn't have,
Yeah.
and took and hit a lot of people, unfortunately. But that comes back to, on the fair board, to when they do this stuff, it's kind of one of those deals you need to, I think, put a little bit of safety protocol in. I mean, just to make sure. They need to
Yeah.
take note. Need to take note from Coshocton, kind of, in a way. They kind of look over the truck a little bit and everything else, especially the stock guys. I know they're looking for cheater brakes, but a couple of them I looked, they made sure there wasn't brake fluid squirting out of the brake lines when they were looking.
I think they need to set it up to where as you're pulling up to the line, have them stop, a ways back and have them test out the brakes before they even go up to the line as you're getting ready to go to race.
I mean, they need to,
And
because
at least
look
you
what's
know that they
happened.
have brakes before they start racing.
Yeah, instead of waiting until the run's over, like they did, like I noticed at Coshocton last year, they wouldn't let you come off the track unless you came to a complete stop. I agree
Yeah.
with you. They kind of need to do like Derbies did, with kind of an inspection, but mainly for, like you said, make sure your brakes work. Who cares
Yeah.
about anything else? The stopping. We've had 2 close calls, Johnny, at fairs that people's been sent to the hospital and almost lost their life. Within,
Oh my
what was it,
goodness.
3 years apart? It was like
Yeah.
3 years apart because of irresponsibility.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, the 1 year, I'm surprised Ray was able to walk after what happened with that ordeal. Him and Lacey.
Yeah.
That was scary. But yeah, it's just, I think they need to implement that a little more.
For sure.
Because it's a major safety factor.
Yeah. Which
Oh yeah.
the deal with Ray and Lacey, that was a little different because the driver actually somehow got knocked out off the long jump. And it wasn't a brake issue. It was, just he knocked himself out somehow. He passed out.
Oh.
So, and the fair that they were at did not have the safety barriers, like I said, between the long jump and the infield. So that was the biggest issue on that one.
Did,
So
did they end up implementing that after the incident?
yeah, oh yeah.
Nice,
So,
nice.
but I
Oh
think that
yeah,
was like the first year that they were doing like a summer race there,
yeah.
and they just didn't have those barriers in place for everybody's safety. So
I mean, some of the fairs has got it, and some of these tracks these fairs make, man. I get they
Yeah.
want to, the people they call it rough truck for a reason, but at the
yeah,
same time, we don't need people going to the damn hospitals. There's a couple fairs that their tracks, Johnny, literally they'll break you in half.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I haven't gone
Yeah.
to some of them for a long time because I mean I went to Medina last year. That was the first time I ever went to Medina because I heard stories of people getting hurt and everything.
Oh yeah.
So
What was it? Noble or Guernsey County that had that freaking like basically long jump right off the rip where Karen ended up hurting herself.
I didn't go to that one either. I think that was
God.
Noble.
Yeah,
Or
this
no,
track
that wasn't Noble. I can't remember what track that was.
it's basically this track was set up huge jump right off the get go, and it's almost like was formed as a paper clip. I mean, you really had no turning radius. You were tighten it. It was literally Johnny. It's like holding your hands like this narrow to race on. They do it every freaking
My
year.
God.
Yeah.
Brock said it was Noble.
Was it?
Hi,
Okay.
Brock. Yeah, that.
Good to see you.
I don't know why anybody still runs that track because every year it's always like that down there.
And it's the thing is their track is like a 12-second run. It's really short. So I don't see
Right.
they don't have the room for it anyways.
Yeah.
I just seen that Guernsey actually dropped the rough truck race this year.
Oh, did they? I
Yep.
haven't actually paid attention. But
Yeah, it's on the We Race on the Facebook page that Guernsey is not actually doing tough truck this year.
Huh.
Brock said that place is tight. Whoever doesn't hit any cones wins. Hell, how can you avoid how tight that place is not touching a cone?
oh
I mean
yeah, you
that.
gotta go down basically and do a 180, come back and go over the long jump. That's it.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
that one without breaking your back when you first start too.
yeah. To me, that's not enough really to even pull the truck off the trailer.
No, it's not,
No.
man.
So
Hell no.
Not tonight, Papa Smurf. I'll get you up here on the next one, man. One of the guys in the chatters box. But yeah, that's okay. I don't know if you've been paying attention, and I know he's probably looming around. I seen where Full Throttle is going to start doing a thing with the modified rough trucks at all the monster truck shows again. But this time, I guess it's a point series they're going to be talking about.
we
What do
were
you think?
actually talking about that last year. But honestly, I have not talked to him at all this year. I have
I'm
not heard
sure.
anything about it. Nobody's talked to me about, any of the
I'm
full
sure they'll.
throttle monster trucks yet. So
I'm sure that they'll be reaching out to a lot of the guys, man. I mean, it'd be cool to see
Hell yeah.
get the extra shows and give you guys a little something extra. Instead of like, I love Croton. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking. You find out who's the baddest or bad there, but at the same time, got something to look forward to at the end of the year. Points wise.
yeah. So,
But yeah, I kind of like the idea. But I know you've been on the inside and ran some of their shows. I just didn't know if you heard and everything. I think it's gonna be good.
hey,
As as long as it's planned out right and done right, it will work.
Oh, for sure.
And as long as, they keep the races somewhat contained to Ohio.
Right, and the thing is from what I was reading online, a lot of it is going to be Ohio. There's a couple, I think, in Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Indiana, but
Yeah.
their main focus is going to be for Ohio fairs for during that time. Which I mean, it gives guys an opportunity besides the local fairs and everything else. You can kind of double dip during the week if they got a monster truck show and the fair show. You guys can go race both of them and put a little bit of money, extra money in your pockets, depending on how you guys place and stuff. If it's there, I mean, it'd be cool.
Yeah, J.R. Rouse, he's the one that runs the Full Throttle.
Okay,
And we were talking a couple of years ago, and that was when we actually talked him into coming to Mount Vernon,
nice.
which, I mean, last year, obviously, it was kind of muddy and raining pretty much all day.
Leave it to Mother
But,
Nature, but
yeah,
but it wouldn't be Knox County Fair if we didn't get rain at least 2 or 3 times during the week of the fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
they put on a really good show. I've ran with 3 or 4 different companies that do monster trucks. And there's only a couple of them that, actually put on a good show.
Oh
Some of
yeah,
them,
Wes.
they just
What's
kind of
up,
throw
Wes?
whatever out there and see what
Well, it's good to
sticks.
see you.
Yeah,
So,
Wes said it's called the Buckeye Challenge. So yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be, an Ohio ordeal. But yeah, I mean it's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
that the guys has got you guys has got an opportunity with your mods. I mean, too, even some of these stock Jeeps out here with their drivers. I mean, they could hang. All it takes is somebody making a mistake, and they could do something if you play your cards right. I mean, yes, you're going up. The horsepower is different there, but
yeah, it
it's
all
cool.
depends.
Go
It
ahead,
all
Brad.
depends on the track. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
you get long straightaways. The stock
Oh yeah,
trucks stuff can't really hang with the modifieds, but you
unless it's
get
the Bronco.
yeah, you get the smaller, tracks and everything.
Right.
If you gear it down, you can keep up with the modifieds just fine.
Like I said,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just one of those deals. It just depends on, like you said, the layout of the track. I mean, if
Yeah.
it's a decent tight track, anything can happen. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you can stay tight. I mean, honestly, Croton, you think about it, it's kind of tight. It can be a tight track depending on how it's laid out.
Yeah.
But Knox this year, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is one of the fastest tracks I've seen Knox County have ever since they've been putting on the rough truck. That
Oh
that
yeah.
track was quick.
Yeah, I had a little too much speed coming into the first corner and went up on 2 wheels. It's hard to judge how fast you're going
Oh
when there's
yeah.
not really that
For
many
sure.
jumps and everything. And you get into the corner, I mean, it's not that hard to go in too hard, too fast, and just roll the truck over.
Yeah. Wes knows all
So,
too much about that sticking the tire in the turn.
oh
Got,
yeah,
got too much speed. Like you said, you almost went over. Shorty, when he had the white truck, the year before, hell, he stuck that one corner a little too hard, and
yeah.
it does
I mean,
that. So
the embankments help the stock guys a lot, but honestly, for the modified guys, most of the time, those embankments cause more problems than actually help.
well, with the way a lot of those embankments for you guys, that dirt is, in my opinion, it's soft. It's
Yeah,
not packed in hard enough.
Huh.
You guys get in there being a lightweight chassis, basically with some horsepower to it, and you go to cut and stuff. It's either gonna work or you're going over. I mean, those are the
yeah.
only two
Oh,
options you
yeah.
got when you hit those turns like that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you get
just
a
one of those
couple little
deals.
ruts at the bottom of that, and as soon as you hit the steering brake to slide it sideways, it just catches in it, it goes over quick.
Yeah. I mean, they could honestly, if they wanted to, they could try to pack it a little more. But when you've got 30 trucks before you run stock tearing these things up, going up and over the embankments, everything else and stuff like that. All it's doing is loosening it. It don't matter how tight it's packed. But yeah, that's the only disadvantage for you guys on the berms like that. It gets soft real quick, and like you said, you stab that cheater brake one good time and catch it just right. You're going for a ride normally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So on the other thing, have you talked to Tyler lately?
Tyler Peters?
Yeah.
No,
Is
I
he-
haven't talked to him recently.
I didn't know if you've heard anything on any more about this year for the points or not, if when it's going to get scheduled out. So
No, I haven't heard anything about, when we're going to have the meeting or anything like that. So
I'm
you
probably going
should
to
be
be
getting with everybody here soon.
I'm going to probably be ballsy. I'm gonna enter the stock. I'm gonna enter my stock Jeep in it. Come play with you
Nice.
boys for some of the races. So
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
well, I got fortunate. I'll be honest right here with you. I finally got one of my buddies got his own business and stuff, and he's going to sponsor about 8 races for me this year. So I figured, hell, if I'm going to do that, and he's going to haul me to the races for me when I need it, might as well enter the points. I mean, what's the worst could happen? I finish out of the top 10 running stock Jeep, but have fun at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's more about having fun than anything. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, like I said, I forgot how much fun it was after 16 years of not running and actually enjoying myself.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Kayla, what's going on? Smack Glick for me. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season this year. I mean, there's at least 6 of you guys right now that it's gonna be a tight points race for you guys, and it's just gonna be one of those deals. It's who drives better and has better results is what it's gonna come down to. But at the end of the day, we're all a giant family, man. I mean, we've got a few that are there that we kind of keep on the back burner. But I mean, it's a tight knit group. We help each other when we can and everything else. And I think it's more tight knit than the derby community. It's right up there with drag racing and everything else. Everybody's willing to help everybody out when they can.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, we're all out there just to have fun.
Yep.
I mean, we're not making enough money for it to be, everybody fend for themselves.
Right.
So,
Or have a Jason Daniels style trophy truck to go hit these races with. Oh,
yeah.
I love Jason to death though, dude. I've met him a couple of times in the past and stuff.
He's a good guy.
He's great. But yeah, man. Other than that, I really don't have nothing else. You got any sponsors you want to shout out and everything to everybody before we wrap this up, Brad?
My only sponsor right now is A+. So I'm just thankful for them. They're the reason why I have the modified. If it weren't for them, I'd still be in the Bronco. But that was mainly for safety reasons, obviously.
Right. Oh yeah.
I mean, it was getting to the point to where, I was getting pretty sore after every race, racing that Bronco the way it was. And I mean, in the stock class, it's fine. But when you're trying to keep up with the modifieds with a, stroker motor and everything in it, that's just too much power for that thing.
Right. Wes just said next week for the Full Throttle Points Buckeyes Challenge, the news is coming because they said it'd be the first week of March.
Yeah.
Oh, looky who graced us with his prize. What's up, Tyler? Hey, man, take that for sale sign down. Come run one season with all of us. I'm coming back full time, so you pull that sign out of that Jeep. But we've talked, so I understand. Family comes first, buddy. I get it. We all understand when we got kids, they come first, bud. So, but yeah, other than that, Brad, thank you for coming up here, man. I appreciate it. thank you for sharing your story and everything else. And I will be in touch with you, hang out and stuff. If you need any
All
help,
right.
you got my number now instead of going through Messenger.
Yeah.
Let me know,
So,
and I'm always willing to come give a hand whenever. Good luck on this season and stuff, and I'll see you at the fairs, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop
Oh,
you
yeah.
down, and we're gonna wrap this up for the night. You have a good night, buddy. Thank you again.
yep. Thank you for having me on.
Oh,
So,
anytime, buddy.
Yeah. Always.
see ya.
Oh, yeah.
I was Brad Talbott, everybody, one of my good buddies that races rough truck and stuff, and we used to derby together. Thank you all in the chatters box for tuning in tonight. Another great show, I believe we had, and everything else. Next week on Speedway Stories, we'll have Mr. Westlevari up here on the show talking and everything else on the upcoming season and everything. Tomorrow night on Glick's House of Music, he will have a returning guest, which is an awesome artist and everything else. Love his music. He will have James Looper on the show, returning, talking about all of his new music and stuff that he's doing. Make sure you guys tune in for that tomorrow night. Wednesday night, don't know what's going on for sure. Thursday, we're back here. We're going to do cold-blooded conversations for a Thursday night. I'm going to do some rundowns. I'm going to bring my reptiles out since everybody hasn't seen them for a while. We'll go through that and talk animals and stuff while I have them. Friday night, not exactly sure either what's going on. Saturday, of course, Nonsensical Nonsense, our main stable of this network and everything else, where we let it all hang out. It's going to be a great time. Guys come up on the panel and stuff and everything, and just hang out with all of us when we're up there and shoot the shit and enjoy yourself for a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
We got 2 coming up starting next week. We will have 3 new shows. My dude Glick and his old lady Kayla will be starting their show, the paranormal. Can't remember the name of it. Dealing with paranormal stuff here in the state of Ohio. Sunday night, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, you two. I seen you in the chatters box. Plus, Glick's also got his thing where he's doing Glick's movie reel, and he's also got a comedy show he will be doing on Wednesday nights, interviewing comedians and stuff on his show. This stuff all starts next week, so some new blood coming to with new shows here on the network. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you guys smash that like, share, and subscribe button. Stick around with us for the ride. We're going to bring you guys the best content we can for being a bunch of goofballs. If it wasn't for my dude Glick, me and Johnny wouldn't be here sharing our passion with you guys. You guys wouldn't get to see the guests I bring up and sharing our experience. Thank God he's given my big dumbass a chance to do something that I never thought I would do. So,
Same. Hell yeah.
but other than that, you guys have a great rest of your week. Anywhere that got hit with snow and everything else, cold weather, stay warm. Keep your heads up. Keep plugging forward. You guys have a great evening. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Okay, with the break. Peace.